everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I am your host, Way.
I am Shanny the SHOOTA, and I can't see y'all. So let me put my glasses on because I forgot I didn't have them on. But look at my eyebrows, they on fleek. Fleek, 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 fleek. Shout out to me because you can literally teach yourself how to do anything. And I've been watching YouTube videos for so long trying to figure out how to do my own eyebrows, and I could not figure it out. So shout out to my cousin, Jalea, because she has a video on an eyebrow tutorial, and I kid you not, I have been watching that over and over and over again and kind of just going like with it, like doing my eyebrows along with the video, kind of trying to follow along. And I learned, and look at my eyebrow. Let me get closer for y'all to see.
She's about to get in this video. She's about to
look at my eyebrows. Oh, there's some concealer left, but anyway, yeah.
For those in podcast land that can't see what she just did, you can hop on YouTube and catch exactly what the fuck she just did.
Yes, I am learning how to do my eyebrows once I like master it, because like you can see some of you guys can see it. I didn't blend in the concealer, I guess, all the way, but. Hey, I did a good job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Eyebrow is still on fleek, so
I just wanna feel love.
Oh.
Come try me.
Josh just tried me. He tried me.
How did I sound?
Is this still part of the introduction?
Yes. Yes.
And to wrap it all up, I am your girl, Shanny the SHOOTA, aka Mrs. Right.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I am.
Mr.
Jamie, Mr. T up.
Mr.
JNASTY, also known as Big Deuce Deuce. That's my Snapchat. You know.
His name's not in the fucking Mr. Big Deuce Deuce.
Big Deuce Deuce.
That's matter of fact. No, I'm lying. That's one of his old ones.
I'm lying.
That's one of his old ones that I haven't seen him posted to in years.
Well, when you a hardworking man like I am, it's just like.
So I don't work hard.
You do, but
Thank you.
My hours are long, and I don't have much time to get on media like that. But that's how I come here.
My job is
come here. Bam, 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 bam.
My job is media. I edit, produce, and record these videos.
You spit too, because there's a spit bubble right in the middle, right there.
I do analytics. I make sure I crop. I make sure I have my lighting together. I make sure I shade the videos correctly. I'm out here doing so much work to put these fucking videos out. But without further ado, some of the things that we're going to talk about today. A man kidnaps a woman and forces her to watch Roots. What is going on with men's mentalities today in 2020? And
Our generation
of men. One gotta go, and that's soul food items, foods that you would have if you're eating a soul food dinner. Some of the things that will pop up. We picked 4 of those for you, and then also. Be careful who you have a baby by. Be careful who you have a baby by. Be careful who you stick your dick in. Be careful who you open up your pussy to. Just be...
Wind up with the hot dick.
Literally, you will wind up with hot dick. I know many people that wound
hot
up
dick
with hot tips and hot dicks. But...
Like that bitch that was bathing in fucking hot Cheetos.
Excuse me?
God damn it. We're going to talk about that too. That's going to be a mini topic, but we're going to talk about it.
Yes, there is a video of a girl that was in a bathtub
bathing,
full of hot Cheetos.
And they said she was drinking hot Cheetos. They said she was drinking hot Cheeto juice too. I'm not 100% sure about that one.
Why would she take it?
We'll
she's
figure it
a
out.
hot tamale.
She's definitely a hot tamale. But these are your topics.
Hot!
These are your topics for the Wei'S World Drunkcast today. Once again, I am Way.
I am Shay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No. I am never that bitch. I am Shanice.
Or
Shanny the SHOOTA.
And then you have
JNASTY.
There we go. This is the Wei'S World Drunkcast. Stay tuned because This is gonna be some hilarity that ensues. So what we said we're gonna start doing with every segment to begin and end. We didn't begin this segment with a shot, but we're definitely going to end one with one. So courtesy of Pink Whitney by Amsterdam, the pink lemonade flavored vodka. We're gonna go ahead and take a shot.
No, I'm not really a sweet
shot.
I'm not really a sweet drinking person.
This is tangy. This when I say the citrus is in the building, the citrus is in the building.
Citrus.
Niggas that know me, they know I
We
drink.
got citrus in the building. Shout out to the 85 South Show, by the way.
Shout out to my
Niggas that know me, they know I drink Hennessy. They drink Hennessy. Belvedere, Grey Goose, or Crown.
I normally drink.
There ain't no wrong with trying different shit. You know,
I normally drink Grey Goose or Hennessy. The last Drunkcast y'all saw where we had Amsterdam, that next fucking morning.
Hangover the next morning.
That next morning after that fucking pineapple Amsterdam was
We had
horrible.
Hangover the next morning.
I couldn't even get out the fucking bed, bro.
Hangover.
The next morning.
Hangover.
The next morning.
This is the Wei'S World Drunkcast. Stay tuned for the hilarious topics coming up and more.
Ooh-wee.
Ah! Fuck that damn that vodka. Fuck that vodka. Wei'S World Drunkcast. We'll be right back.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
And that's exactly how the fuck we're ending it. So that's exactly how the fuck we're ending it too. Go ahead.
I just wanna feel love. Come find me.
It's lost in the long.
Yes. Yes. Come find me.
Lost and alone. Ooh. Come find me. I hate it. I completely hate it. So the first topic that we're going to talk about, see if you can find a little bit more information on why, if you can pull it up. But the first thing that we're going to talk about is a man kidnapped a woman and forced her to watch Roots to confront her racism. Now, the man's name and the details, Shanice is currently pulling up as we speak. But that's just based off of...
Shout out to, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say shout out to Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club, who we also watch because this guy, I believe,
got Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day today.
He got Donkey of the Day.
You are
Because I probably get Donkey of the Day every fucking day.
Because I want to say this thing first off, right? Why the fuck would you kidnap somebody to make them watch Roots? Now, pull up so we can kind of get some more info about it. But I don't understand why you kidnapped her. I get trying to make somebody confront their racism, even though you can't really make somebody confront something that they don't believe that they have. But
to them, that's not a flaw.
To them, it's not a flaw. But like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, that's what's really blowing me. Shanice has the article pulled up, so she's gonna read a few details. That way we can have a full story.
Y'all.
So peep this.
This dude, first of all, I think his name is Robert Moy.
Ooh.
Pretty sure.
Ooh.
He's accused of abducting an unnamed woman of an unspecified race.
Okay.
But I mean, just with the context, you could probably, yeah, he's a black dude, yeah. You could probably
a bald head black dude.
You could probably,
fuck the both of
jump to the conclusion. Wait, what?
She didn't catch what I did.
You could probably jump to conclusions. It would probably be okay to jump to conclusions and say that he kidnapped a white woman.
A dear Mr.
Royal Hampton. I am a white woman
in America. It actually hit. You just didn't catch it.
I just
So
wanted to make that. It was an awkward silence.
he held her captive at the residence of the 700 block of 2nd Avenue Southwest, where she was then forced to watch the 9-hour ABC miniseries Roots. And
with Chicken George? Oh, they made her watch the Chicken George version with Chicken.
With LeVar Burton, OJ. Well, isn't that the only one?
No, I think because Roots is a movie, and then there's the miniseries. Roots is a lot. It's a book. It's a movie. It's a miniseries.
I thought. Oh wow. Okay, so I guess I don't know about this. Then I've never seen Roots ever.
What?
Ever?
They didn't make you watch it?
No, they did not. Let my mom tell it. I believe my mom said that they made them watch it in like high school. But
so pause, right?
We didn't have to watch Roots.
So
we watched it in middle school.
Hold on, hear me out for a second, right? So if you follow me on Facebook or you're a friend of mine on Facebook, it's a post that goes around all the time, right? And it says, "What's one teacher that you completely to this day cannot stand?" And my one teacher,
or is it they can't stand you?
Just know that you can't stand.
Okay.
So my one teacher that I always pick out is she could
bad. He was so bad.
Is Dottie Mo, Miss Dorothy Morgan. Again, whatever you're doing in your current life, I wish you nothing but the best. But during my time at Westside High School, it was completely a horrible experience.
What's that?
In Gary, Indiana.
Wow.
So,
I wonder.
Again, our state don't claim us, but
we can't really talk shit because there's bad schools here too.
There's bad schools everywhere.
Well, true, there's bad schools every fucking where.
Basically, Hallville in Indy is Gary. Yes.
You gotta have motherfuckers pulling up over here. Bah, bah.
Right.
I'm serious. Hallville, that one section of Nap is what Gary is like. And maybe
motherfuckers still claim Hallville though.
I don't feel
and people still claim Gary. The fuck is you saying?
When I went,
to make it seem like
I don't think I have family that lives in Hallville. Well, I actually don't know if they still live over there or not. But
people always, since I've gotten to Indy, people have always told me Hallville was bad.
I mean, is it a bad area? Yeah, but like, does it remind me of Gary? Not necessarily. It's
a little bit more upscale.
But I mean, there's a lot of places just in Indianapolis in general that remind me. I guess when you say remind me, do you mean in that like there's like abandoned houses?
It's the tone, like the tone of the area, like the area, like the tone of the area is just. Go ahead. What was I say?
The sign.
Yeah, like the way Gary's perceived or the way that Gary kind of is, because Gary isn't a bad city. There's just a lot of bad shit that goes on there. Like, let me not even bullshit.
Gary used to be a city,
like a city of progression, a city of moving forward. It's just a lot fucking happened there.
Back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, Gary had some
shit. We had a downtown. People don't realize that Gary has a downtown. If you hit Broadway and keep going straight, that's all of Gary's downtown.
Y'all gotta realize a lot of cities in Indianapolis, like their main streets, like not trying to be funny, in Terre Haute, prime example, Lafayette, that street Lafayette used to jump. Wabash used to jump.
I bet.
But
Third Street
motherfuckers before us, they fucked up so much they got a lot of shit shut down because
they couldn't fucking act.
Dumb shit.
I've seen a picture of 38th Street, and it was like back maybe like in the 90s, and it was like we were kids. And I was like, I don't remember 38th Street ever being packed like that. But it was a picture of like
hella cars.
And
it was hitting traffic. Like it used to be a thing.
Getting up 38th Street is actually still kind of difficult because the traffic is crazy.
But that's people coming from like work and shit.
Like
exactly.
2013, 2014, hell even 2015. That's when hitting traffic was like the last like rush of hitting traffic. Like that was what.
Hey, what you about to do, bro? Shit, we about to hit 38th Street real motherfucker.
38th Street used to be, man, motherfuckers go to White Castle,
and then you just park your cars,
and just get at females, dance, all type of shit.
I don't remember
that was Broadway and Gary. That was Broadway and Gary. When I swear, literally, not even just Broadway, different sections. Like I used to play t-ball, in Gary. I used to play baseball all the fucking time. And at the baseball park, like not even Tolliston, Bronzeway Park, even Tolliston fucking park in the G, motherfuckers used to pull up there, have barbecues. It used to be swimming. Again, the baseball field, motherfuckers used to go there every summer and play baseball and shit like that. It was always something fucking going on. Yeah. And as the years went on, all this shit started closing in and getting worse and getting worse. Stupid. And motherfuckers stopped learning how to fucking act.
Motherfuckers started getting stupid.
Mm-hmm. And it's so sad because, I mean, like, I'm from here, but like, every time that we go to Gary, every single time.
I get sad.
Every time. Wayman's always like, damn, this place is closed. Like, I remember, you know, he'll always say, like, I remember when I was, I don't know, like, me and my mom were, like, here or something. Like, he'll tell me a story about.
Like, I'll give y'all one. So it's this particular Church's Chicken that's by my old house in the Bronx in Gary. If you know where the Bronx is, if you're from Gary, you know the area I'm talking about. Over there by Tri-City.
Tri-City.
So basically, at the Church's, when I got out of high school, like the summer before I went to ISU for the first time, me and my mama went into the Church's drive-thru, and it was this lady that was in there working. And I was driving the car. Mama was in the passenger seat because I had just got my license and shit. So the lady is spitting game at me and talking like, "Oh shit, like how you doing?" Or like talking to me, right? My mama's right here. She was like, excuse me, how old are you? The lady told her, she was like, I'm like 30. She was like, he's 18. The fuck are you doing?
Thank you. Next.
Leave him alone. Like, that that Church's is closed down now. It is gray. The building is fucking gray. But you can look at it and tell that it used to be a Church's.
Yeah.
The Walgreens across the street, actually in Tri-City, the same fucking thing happened with a different lady. Mama went in to pick up her prescription from that pharmacy. The doctor at that pharmacy was spitting game at me. My mama cut that shit off so fucking fast. Like, excuse me, you're here to give me my medicine so we can go. Like,
it's so weird because like to be the only girl of the Drunkcast, like, I've never had an experience like that ever, where like a grown man try to like say something to me with my mama in the car, or like none of that. I've never had that.
Hey, it's been fucking times that Taylor has been alone and like walked off or like been briefly alone, and they seen her with my mama, but the moment Taylor got by herself. Oh, what's up, shawty? Oh, how you?
Right.
Oh, hey, what's up, baby? Like,
right.
That's some shit like that. And mama was like, hold the fuck up. Like, excuse me.
Now, I could give you, like, yeah, that has happened to me when I was, like, not with my mom, and, like, older men tried to talk to me, but I just kind of wonder, like, what my mom would have done in the same situation.
Oh, my mama, when any type of older woman was trying to come at me, my mama was there with the shotgun ready to shoot your ass up. Like, she was not playing. Really quick, though. The reason why I brought up Dottie Moe is because she made us watch Roots because she had English class. I don't know what Roots had to do with English.
Right.
But she was very Afrocentric. So she had us watch Roots in her English class. I think we low-key may have had to do like a report or some shit. Roots is a very important movie for our culture. Roots is a very important movie for our history. I feel like Roots should be shown in every single class because it gives you the idea of what the fuck we used to have to go through back in the day, and it gives you just a general idea of what's going on back then. Obviously, we'll never know truly what went on back then during the slave times, but
all I know is your girl wouldn't have made it because my mouth now and like how quick I'd be like, that's some white people shit. That would have got me killed.
But the thing is though, wait, hold on really quick. The thing is though, you say that, right?
Yeah.
You say that now with all the freedoms and everything that you have.
Say that shit.
Back then, you were taught from a very young age
to not, yeah.
Don't you speak against master.
Don't you even look at a white woman crazy. Well, a white man,
a white person,
or a white
period.
Woman, you know.
Like if they speak to you, you say yes sir, yes ma'am,
right.
And you keep that shit pushing. Like, cause your ass is trying to survive to go to the next day, cause they'll do some fucked up shit to you. And it's crazy nowadays that shit like that is still fucking going on. again, this is me off of liquor, right? For like 4 or 5 shots of liquor. But you see how clear my fucking thoughts are, right? I am dead ass serious. Shit like that is still fucking going on nowadays.
Hell yeah.
And we need to fucking improve. People need to get their shit together. I'm sorry about that long ass rant, but I had to.
Like, I understand why, like, this dude got Donkey of the Day, because it's 2020, bro. You can't be kidnapping people. Like, you can't. Like, you should already be expecting that some shit's gonna happen. Charges, jail time, you're gonna be arrested. Like, you should already expect some shit like that. But at the same time, like, I kind of respect him. I wonder, let me see if it gives any insight on why he kidnapped this woman. Like, did she say something crazy to him?
The thing is, though, like, in 2020, you can't stop no fucking racists. Like, the U.S. Congress, if I'm not mistaken, and again, don't quote me on this, I believe I saw this article on Facebook that they just now, in 2020, made the KKK like a terrorist organization. They just, in 2020, just made them a terrorist organization.
Oh, wow. Well, in this article...
You know why they just now made it a terrorist organization? Mm-hmm. And this is just my opinion.
By all means.
It's would it be an Americanized organization? Well, a strongly white Americanized organization? They knew what was going on within this organization, but you gotta think about it. Would it be Americanized, they went about it the right way, if that makes any sense.
The white way.
The white way.
Y'all remember, have y'all seen Hairspray?
Yeah, hold on, check out KRS-One. KRS-One, one of the dopest rappers of all fucking time. One of the most knowledgeable rappers of all fucking time. His knowledge goes so fucking deep. He asked the question, right? I forgot what show this was. I think it was like something on VH1. But he asked the question, if the KKK is done, or if the KKK is no longer as big of a threat as what it used to fucking be, where the fuck are the hoods? Where the fuck are all the hoods that motherfuckers used to own? Where are all the hoods that all these motherfuckers used to wear? Exactly.
That's the thing though, bro.
They just probably don't wear them.
Exactly.
If I'm wrong, not trying to be funny, when you say hoods, do you mean
the KKK hood?
Okay, now.
Where are the hoods? Where are the robes and shit that they used to fucking wear? You know where they are? If they personally did not destroy them, they was either sent to somebody's Goodwill and ducked off, or passed down to the next fucking generation.
Or waiting in the closet.
Or waiting in the fucking closet.
Y'all, kid y'all not. I live in Coastville, Indiana. It's a small town. It's like Hadley, Indiana. It's a real small town. It's like maybe a few acres long. We live on the other side of the tracks, and I was talking to my girlfriend's mom. She said, back in the day, they had this saying, you stay on your side of the bridge, you stay on our side of the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, there was just certain things that went on that motherfuckers didn't agree with. You know, hanging people, shit like that.
You talking about the graffiti bridge?
No. Yeah,
that one right there by it. Oh,
on the other
shit.
side of that bridge, y'all.
Damn.
There was a Ku Klux Klan meeting house right on the other side of that fucking.
I used to deliver over to the other side of that fucking bridge.
I'll be right back.
We live. I can walk maybe 35 seconds away from that bridge, and we're right there. Now, literally on the other side of that bridge, maybe 5 houses down. The house is. It's not still standing. It's like partially still standing, but
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Old meeting house.
Again, remember, I used to deliver over there when I worked for Amazon. Like, I literally used to deliver on the opposite side of that fucking bridge.
It was to the point where I went for a run one night. Well, I was about to go for a run one night, and her mom told me, she said, "Just be careful. Don't go on that side of the bridge." And it's crazy. This is 2020.
2020.
And for her mom to tell me that, she said, it's not, the house isn't still there, but there's people that still live in that mentality that can't accept change because black people are great.
It's all
we're great. And it depends on how you raise.
Yep.
If you're raised to be racist, no matter if it's wrong, right, or
that's how you was raised.
If you're raised that way, you're going to grow up, like, not to be funny, when my stepdad was Spark, shout out to my stepdad Spark, he went to Franklin Central. He was part of the first group of kids that got bussed out from the neighborhood for 40th Street to go to Franklin Central. They buddied them up with the opposite person of the opposite race. His best friend was, I want to say, Dusty. I'm pretty sure I got this right, Dusty.
His name is Dusty.
They're still best friends to this day, black and white. And they grouped them together for that sole purpose, to try to get rid of that shit. And you'd be surprised, like I said, there's been friends that I've spoke with, that are friends of my stepdad, that has told me, if it wasn't for your stepfather, I would be racist to this day. Like, because they were raised to hate black people, to think that black people were represented dirt. The color of our skin was the representation of dirt.
It's just
Being
about
dirty.
your
It's
mentality
about your upbringing,
and what you were
mentality,
raised with.
how you was raised. Whatever your household, whoever is that charge of your household, whatever they teach you, that's going to be instilled in you. Because you got to think about it, from the ages you begin to comprehend to the age you have to get out of that house, which is 18. That's 18 years of grooming to hate something. So it has to take some type of, unless you have a change of heart, or a heart where you know, like, damn, something isn't right. And it sometimes just takes a certain person to be a friend with you. Like I said, my best friend, I'll never forget him, my best friend was middle school. His name was JNASTY. He played fullback and I was running back. And my stepdad and his stepdad became good friends. But, you know, like I said, just depends on your upbringing. Like, I'm cool with everybody, friends with everybody, but it's just crazy how we live in a world where it's 2020, and in certain parts in the world you still can't go into because of the color of your skin. It's sad, because my girlfriend's white and my son is mixed, and y'all have heard me say this numerous times. But our son is gonna catch hell because he's mixed, and not black and Chinese or white and Indian. He's black and white.
The two most hand-to-head
racists just had a child. So he's going to catch, especially him going, where he go to school in Putnam County, Hendricks County, Danville, wherever we decide to put him in school districts at, we're going to have to always be on alert. What the fuck if? Or what if? I hope somebody didn't, like, it's going to be situations where...
It's one of those situations where you're going to have to ask every day, how was school?
How was school?
And
it may be times, me being a black man, I'm going to have to go to that school. And me being the motherfucker I am, that's my son. So I'm going to go to that school. Like, there was a situation where there was a black father and a white mother that worked in the school system. And their son was called a niglet by some of the white kids. The kid told the parents brought it to I think the principal or the superintendent, whatever. They were told to switch school districts. Well, maybe you should switch school districts. No, let's go have a conference with the parents.
Let's go figure out what the fuck is going on.
Let's not have a sit down. No, you biracial couple, y'all need to switch schools to keep the commotion down. This is what I'm assuming. Because at the end of the day, motherfucker tell, if I work in your school system, I'm good enough to work for you.
But I'm not good enough
to have my child represent you.
The fuck?
Fucked up. I'm good enough to coach you. As a black man, I'm good enough to coach your kids.
Matter of fact, speak on that, because you were a coach at an all-white school.
Matter of fact, yeah. So I was me and my buddy Matt Hall, who I wrestled against in high school. He wrestled for Clover, I wrestled for Broad Ripple. And we met in college after I transferred from U of India to ISU. We met, and he was the head coach, I was the assistant coach. I was the first black coach in their history at the age of 24. I'm sorry, 24, 25. And
we can just clap again. I know this is a solo clap, but let me just clap her up for his accomplishments.
I appreciate it, because y'all, the looks I got in that school, y'all, I wasn't uncomfortable, but I knew what to expect. And it wasn't a bad experience, but just being the first African-American male coach in that district. And that's people that I work with that went to Clover that tells me, hey, they didn't, we never had black kids or black coaches in our school system. So for me to coach all white kids and to have them kids to adapt to me and look up to me for guidance and leadership and the know-how.
He doesn't grow.
It says
a lot.
A lot of people don't look that when white kids. They don't look like that when white kids are looking up to a black figure, a black being for guidance.
People like people that look like themselves. People like people that remind them of themselves. And again, that's why, just to be real, shit, a lot of presidents ended up being white. Like the I feel like America wants to keep like that status quo of like the high and power white man. That's just how, again, generally I feel. Like after Obama became president, it was so many fucking races out there like, oh, you're never gonna have another black president, or y'all better have enjoyed that one because it ain't gonna fucking happen again.
And that's
like,
fucked up.
And that's fucking fried. Like, are you kidding me?
And a lot of people feel that since our president was black one time,
we should be happy.
That makes our nation not racist.
That's not what the fuck.
That's not what because
the whole time fucking Obama was in the fucking office, it was motherfuckers on his neck. The fucking the Bertha movement, the fucking it was pictures of him, of effigies of him being burnt, lynched. Oh, I wonder if he gonna make it, like signs saying, I wonder if he gonna make it to a second term. All this type of shit was thrown at Obama, who was the first ever African American fucking president. You have to be fucking kidding me.
You gotta realize the mental toll that took on him. I mean, like, you gotta think about it. You're a leader of you're the representative. You're the spokesman for the United States.
But respect to Obama, because he held that shit. When I say with the utmost class, Obama held that shit with the utmost class. When I say, like, even to this day, you see pictures of Obama, he ain't stressed out or nothing. He just chilling. He chilling with his two daughters, which, by the way, the one, the oldest one, she bad. But I just saw a recent picture of Obama, his youngest daughter, his oldest daughter, and Michelle. Michelle, fine. His oldest daughter, fine. And I believe she's over the age of 18. I'm fucking saying that. So let me just make sure I have that corrected. I can guarantee she's in college. Matter of fact, no, that's the one that's in college. So yeah, she's definitely over there. I just had to make sure I made sure I had that correct. But yeah, she bad, like, and she got a wagon like her mama. She got a wagon just like Michelle.
Okay, so back on what we was talking about. People have to realize being black is great. Now, we may not get all the hoorahs and the praises that a lot of people think
that we need.
We think we need. We don't need to be praised. We know what we're capable of. We know who we are.
We are greatness.
We like literally the day we're born is the day we're hated on.
Like, let me let y'all know something of how great we really are as a people. Again, if you even use me as an example, I've taught myself recording, audio engineering. I've taught myself production. I'm teaching myself lighting. And this is all based off of simply doing this fucking podcast. I've taught myself so many skills that I can actually use and go make a lot of fucking money using them. Like, a lot of fucking money. Like, even setting up the lighting for this. Shanice was like, oh shit, like, wait, are you over here learning lighting? Like,
let me find out you learning lighting.
I was like, yeah, like, cause just, again, we are, just as a people, are born with the innate talent. But again, me and JV, Mr. JNASTY, gave y'all our opinions. Anything else before we take this closeout shot?
Y'all, actually, yeah, I really want to bring my nephew on here. He's a 14-year-old white kid.
Drunkcast?
Yeah, but not to be drunk. I want y'all to really realize how woke he is, as far as how our race is powerful, and how our greatness.
So
I was talking to him the other day, and just the conversation with him was just like certain shit he shouldn't know as a 14-year-old white boy. He shouldn't know, but it's.
But it's not just him. Kids these days nowadays are advanced.
I mean, yeah, they definitely are. But I'm just listening to him
for sure.
Just having a conversation with him about how powerful we are.
Mm.
And he's so like,
Okay.
you realize, I mean, y'all know Brady.
Yeah.
Y'all just have to.
That's the homie. That's the homie.
I really want to bring him on here because he's like all about like Black Power and you know how powerful we are as human beings and just why we can do so much better than every other races. Like just talking to this 14-year-old kid, it's just like damn.
He's there.
Like he's
there.
Y'all.
He
and
understands.
I talk to him like, damn. I really hope my son understands, you know, the way he understands.
With his big cousin
You know
and shit, hell yeah, he'll definitely fucking understand. Especially if he ever finds one of those fucking moments, I can guarantee Braden has to be like, look, bro, that ain't even that. You got this. Like again, just me personally having a conversation with Braden, I could tell the wheels in his head is turning fucking fast as fuck.
Braden is so fucking smart, y'all. Like I kid you not, that boy is so fucking smart, and it's just that he gives credit when credit's due, but I don't think he realizes he does it.
Yeah.
Just because he just his freedom of speech, but with him being white, he can talk, he can say whatever the fuck he wants to and get away with it. But he's speaking the truth about us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, damn.
So let's do a closeout.
Let's do a closeout.
Let's do a segment closeout shot to again another year of trying to end racism, another year of trying to be better as a people. You done? Oh well. Another year of trying to be better as a people. This is the Wei'S World Drunkcast. This segment ran quite a while. The next segment that we're going to get into, ironically, is going to be about men's mentality. Speaking of a man and his mentality at an age of 14, the next segment is men's mentalities, you know, in today's modern age, our age group. So this is the Wei'S World Drunkcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll be right back with you.
Come find me.
The next thing that we're going to talk
Yes!
Damn it! Damn it, man, I was on a roll.
about, the next thing that we're going to talk about here, the next thing we're going to talk about here on the Wei'S World Drunkcast is men's mentalities in 2020. And I don't want to just say niggas mentalities because that feels like that puts us in a space of just black men.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Talking about black men.
I'm talking about black men.
Okay,
So
well,
niggas.
again, we're not going to say niggas, but
29 and under.
But black men, 29 and under, our mentalities in this new age. This is your topic, sir, so you lead.
What do you think? Where do you think
Okay,
the
so
mentality is?
so this is my thing. I'm a working man regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always trying to at least
Really
have-
quick. We didn't take the end shot, so let's take this beginning shot.
No, we did take the other shot.
Did you take it on air?
I took a double. I'm sorry.
Did you take it on air?
Yeah.
You did? Wow. We'll go back and review the tape. We'll see.
Sorry in advance because I got lip gloss on, so this one is glossy.
Sticky.
The mentality for our generation as black men, and I'm speaking for all of us because I see it on a regular basis, we expect too much out of our women for nothing.
Ooh.
And when I say I see it every day, I literally see it every fucking day. My job is a woman-based
for the lip gloss.
environment.
Right.
Everybody feel that men shouldn't be able to do it. But at the same time, when you're a man and you have to have a job to provide for your family, you don't give a fuck what that job is.
Right.
And because you have, at the end of the day, your main objective is to take care of your family. Let alone just take care of yourself. Wash your ass, get deodorant, brush your teeth. Something.
Wash your ass.
You know what I'm saying?
Wash
So,
your ass.
I like what the fuck I like. I like looking good. I like dressing nice. I like
Smelling good.
Smelling good. You know, I like what I shit. So that shit costs. So if I want them, I have to work for it. Let alone if I'm gonna bring my son up a certain way, he's gonna look good, smell good, work for what the fuck you own, for what you earn, but know what you're working for and know your worth. And I just feel that our representation as a black man, we already stereotyped off top. So, granted, I get if you don't judge a book by its cover. I get that, but
Don't forget, look at the
right,
people
I'm
on YouTube too.
judging a book by its cover is one thing, because Yeah, I'm very intelligent. I wear my skinny jeans. I can sag. I can rock anything.
If I may briefly cut in,
What's up?
I feel like our representation at the top is excellent. Our representation of what the bottom looks like is, again, not good, but it's there. You have the top and you have the bottom. It's that middle. It's literally everybody in the fucking middle.
That's the thing, though.
Majority of people are in the middle.
We all started somewhere.
But what I'm saying is this, right? So when people look at like people like Jay-Z, T.I., Chance, motherfuckers look up to people like that, they see like, okay, they got all this money. They rapped, or they did this, or they did that, and they got all this type of, and this is how the fuck they live it. So people try to get to that.
That's
but before they like Lil Wayne and all them had to come up. All of them had to
go through some shit.
They had to go through some shit to get there. Motherfuckers is missing the middle steps. Motherfuckers as black men in America nowadays, we're missing the middle steps. We're missing the grind. We're missing what it takes to get there. And we want to go from couch to penthouse. We want to go from one bedroom apartment to top floor of a fucking duplex or some shit like that.
And niggas is not willing to do the steps to go in between that couch to that penthouse.
Nigga.
Motherfuckers, and that's why I say men in my generation, we
the worst ones.
We feel motherfuckers owe us something. We feel that they supposed to do this. We feel that just because we lay a good dick, we can get our way. We feel that a woman can take care of us.
And you think this comes from y'all been thinking it's good dick.
I'm hitting no excellent.
And it's come from not to be funny.
This comes from other dudes.
This comes from what our moms teach us. Not trying to be funny. And when I say that, I don't look. I'm a mama's boy to the heart. They got die.
I'll give you an example.
I mean, and I'm gonna say this, and I hope everybody understands this. We only do what women allow us to do.
Exactly.
So once every woman understands that, this world will be a little bit different. Not trying to be funny. That's just my opinion, but we do what the woman allow us to do. Yeah. So yeah, she might, and I say that with a lot of leeway, because like I said, yeah, we might be with a woman. Yeah, she's working, taking care of the kids, taking care of yada. Yeah, that nigga might be on the couch. Yeah, but she's there because, not trying to be funny, psychologically, she allowing you to be there.
And here's where it fucks up a lot of niggas at. Hold on real quick, because I got a point there. And here's where it fucks up a lot of niggas at, right? You allowed that man to be on that couch for all this fucking time. You allowed that man to sit there. Sometimes it be years that you allow him to get into this routine and to be fucking comfortable. And then you come out of, you didn't have these feelings for a long fucking time about, oh, well, he ain't doing this or he ain't doing that. You're talking to your homegirls. You're talking to everybody else around him.
You in the club with your fucking dress talking about fucking. I'm just playing.
But no, that's real shit though. But you're not coming to him with the issue. With him, you just starting up arguments.
But that's the thing though, bro.
But the thing is, in order for somebody to realize what the fuck they're doing, you have to let them know what the fuck is going on.
Us as niggas though, we know what the fuck we're doing because we gonna ride it out until how long we can get away with it.
But some niggas don't though.
A lot of niggas, 98% of niggas in this world, they know.
I wouldn't even say 98%. The reason why I'm saying not even 98%, right? Like you said, it goes back to your mamas, right? Some people's mamas let them lay on the couch. Some people's mamas give them years and years and years and years of them laying on the fucking couch. So if my mama's gonna let me fucking do this, why ain't some random girl on the street gonna fucking let me do this?
But at the same time, something in the human brain
needs to click.
Should have. Not needs to. Should have at
a
certain age. Damn. My mama's not gonna be here forever. I'm not fucking my mama. Eventually I wanna have somebody, so I gotta bring something to the table.
And sometimes
it's cleaning up, doing dishes, going to work, picking up the kids from school. You gotta meet your part somewhere.
And sometimes a man is your circle too. As a man, sometimes it's your circle because again, they always say surround yourself around people that are on a higher elevation than you,
or on the same wavelength,
or on the same wavelength of where the fuck you're trying to go.
Then, bro, you got that's when our common sense is supposed to kick in.
Some people don't have it.
I get that, but at some point, you was either taught it or seen it. Even if you don't have common sense, you know right from wrong.
But right from wrong isn't.
But no, just hear me out though.
Okay, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
You know right from wrong. You know not to hit a woman.
Right.
You know not to steal.
Right.
There's consequences that come from either if it's good or bad. There's a certain thing that's good consequences and bad consequences.
But these are also
talk to these people.
These are also taught behaviors.
You're right.
Though.
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, like I said, those are common sense things that shouldn't have to be taught. That don't need to be taught. With our rules, the laws that we have in our day and age, shouldn't have to be taught for things as far as like stealing, killing, whatever.
But also nowadays.
But you do have to learn that though.
But also, that's literally what I was about to say. Nowadays, and again in 2020, that should be common sense. Like if we go back in time, for a while there, hitting a woman, hitting a woman, stealing and killing was all part of the routine. Men used to teach their sons, if she acting out, beat her ass. You right. Motherfuckers used to teach their kids that shit.
Right. So not to be funny, me personally.
And some people, and some generations of men haven't broken that.
You're right. And
some generations of men still have that fucking mentality.
That's when it comes to. Everybody had that OG that taught them something, no matter if it was in the neighborhood, your granddaddy, your uncle, or your great uncle. Everybody had that OG. If they didn't physically teach them, they learned from watching. So my thing is, at some point of time in your life, you saw good. Somebody was taught some good into you. You saw something that was like, damn, well maybe, you know, this motherfucker ain't crying, they're not yelling, they're not screaming, they're not hollering, they're happy, they got a smile on their face. Everybody knows what happiness looks like. You don't have to be taught what happiness is.
Facts. That's a natural human emotion.
My point. So if it's natural, that means that feeling is already there. So I shouldn't have to teach you how to make somebody put a smile on their face. So at the same time, like I said, things are generationally taught. But at the end of the day, somewhere in here, if this is the most powerful muscle in the world, somewhere in here, if you can, right from wrong. It's rather, and I know, like I said, people say I was taught what I was taught. When you become a 30-year-old man, fuck what you was taught. You know right from wrong. You've been in this world long enough to realize, damn, I'm either fucking up or I'm doing not too bad.
But again, to play devil's advocate was, again, like if it was somebody who was taught toxic and bad behaviors from a very young age, is somewhere in their lifetime there needs to be an intervention to push on the right path. But if they never had that intervention, even going into their 30s, like it's motherfuckers, like again with Ajay out there in fucking Vegas, it's somebody that he fucking talked about that he fucking worked with that has these same toxic, he has the fucking mentality when it comes to females of a fucking 20-year-old. And this motherfucker's in his 30s. Think about that shit for a second. He has the mentality of talking to women or dealing with women, the mentality of a fucking 20-year-old. And this is all based off of what I was told his actions are. In his fucking 30s.
Now let me say this though. So he has the mentality of a 20-year-old. Now, I could guarantee one of his lines is like, oh shit, this is how I was brought up. So that's all I know. But at the same time, you gotta realize, if they say that,
that's a cop-out. That's a fucking cop-out.
Because you're right. That's the fallback.
That's a cop-out. That's a cop-out.
But that means you know
right from wrong.
You know right from wrong.
You just copped out with that line out there.
There's another way to approach the situation. It's just that our generation's lazy, so we're gonna go back to our habit. It's a habit. It becomes nature. So when that happens,
but also
society makes it okay because we've came up with the excuse, oh, I was raised this way.
But let me also throw this in there, right? Let's not discredit the phrase though. That's how I was raised. Because in some cases,
that's how
the fuck I was raised.
That's literally all I know.
So let's not discredit that phrase. But in some cases though, and that's where I feel like
your conversation came in.
That's where your common sense should have came in. Like, okay, I can, by common sense, by people I've been dealing with over the years, or better situations I've been in, I should be able to tell what's the difference between, okay, I was raised this way so I can get out of this bullshit, and I was raised this way because this is what the fuck I actually was raised by. It's been plenty of situations with me and Shanice where something had happened and I've literally let her know, like for instance, like the way that I am around women in general, it wasn't me being taught that by my dad. It wasn't me being taught that by no uncle. It wasn't me being taught. I'm the only boy on my mom's side of the family. And for years, decades, that's all the fuck I was exposed to was the women on my mom's side of the family. So I was taught to you respect your woman. I was taught that you love your woman. I was taught that you take care of the one that you love. You get what the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was taught from the moment that I stepped foot onto this earth because of the environment that I was in. Not everybody has that environment. Nobody has that chance. But what I will say here is that shouldn't be a fucking excuse. It should not be an excuse. If that's the legit reason, that's the reason. But do not use that as an excuse, as a crutch,
there,
as a
better word.
Don't use that
as a crutch.
So you can fuck up.
Exactly,
And
because
Yeah.
if we gonna talk about it, let's fucking talk about it. In fucking 2020, our mentality as black men is completely fucking horrible. In a lot of instances, and again, this is the people that I've decided to associate myself with. Like I said before, I see progress. Like I'm sorry, I talked to my hands. Like my homeboy Ant McCord. Again, somebody that went from a bad situation to doing nothing but positivity and positivity and positivity. Again, shit, Mr. JNASTY. Again, somebody that was in a fucked up position that did nothing but turn that fucked up position into gold. It's just about what you do with what you have. And everybody's given something to do something with. And when it comes to how we think here in 2020, we have too many opportunities and too many tools out here to change our mindset to be stuck in these same mindsets. Just looking on my own Facebook timeline, my fucking Instagram timeline, my Twitter timeline, it's so much of a battle of sexes that it becomes that arguments or accurate points become diluted.
Okay, speak on that. What you mean? Tell me more.
What I mean by become diluted, like for one instance, right? So when it comes to a man and a woman, or like a man being the provider of the home, there's an argument for some people that 50-50 works, and there's an argument for some people that the man taking care of the majority of the heavy stuff and the woman taking care of the lighter stuff. You know, you got your two different sides, right? Because there's a battle of sexes online on Facebook, you got people who are talking about, we got women on one side that's saying, well, men ain't trying to, if you're talking about 50-50, you ain't trying to be no provider. You ain't trying to take care of nothing. You ain't trying to do shit. That again, battle of sexes. That's not what the fuck he said. Mm-hmm. He's just saying, again, based on his information and the way he was raised, 50-50.
The way he was raised.
50-50 is and again, based on their relationship, because let me shout out my cousin Tam Doyle. Again, I believe my cousin Tam Doyle, shout her out. What she put in perspective to me was her and her husband, or I think her fiance, her significant other. He pays majority of the heavy bills, right? But that's because of the position he's in, the job he has, what he's able to do, and what he's able to bring to the table, right? And when I told her that like I'm on the opposite end, or more of like a 50-50 end type of shit like that, she was like, that's literally because of what you saw going around you when you were being raised, your grandma, your mama, your auntie, me, and everybody else having to work. And then two, that's based on your own personal position that you're in right now.
Yep.
Everything is fucking perspective. And what the fuck we done lost in 2020 is fucking perspective. And people need to get that shit. Because every situation has its own perspective. Everybody has their own perspective. And if you don't get to the general nutrients in the center of an argument, all the fuck you're gonna have is outside opinions that don't really help shit.
God damn, boy. All right, shit. Look. I couldn't have followed behind that.
I mean, I can't even, because I'm bringing the
and
whole, like, a woman's perspective from that, but I agree that the
Flamethrower
mentality
content.
men is just, I don't know, like just being around guys in my 20s and I don't know, like just even now in 2020, like still hearing just how some dudes refer to women or are still talking the way that some dudes still talk to women, talk about their, about other women.
Bitches, hoes, and
tramps. And I try to get on my guy friends as much as I can. Like if this is like the movement of men being better men. Let's ease off that bitch word a little bit. Not even a little bit.
A lot.
Let's ease up off that bitch word.
Because, prime example, if you could control your language around your moms, why can't you control your language around anybody else, about any other woman? Period. Because at the end of the day, women can bear children.
Right.
So that eventually, or in the near future, or now, will carry a child. So she's earned that respect to not be called out of her life.
Their respect. At the end of the day, I still deserve that. I still deserve the same respect that you would give your mother.
Yep.
The same.
No matter if you're homeless or in a shelter, whatever, you are a woman, so you deserve that respect because you can bear a child, which a man cannot do.
And here's the thing, right? I have a mom, I have a sister, I have an auntie, I have a grandma. I have nothing but female cousins. I'll be damned. And y'all two can agree with me. I would be damned if a motherfucker disrespects them in my presence. I'd be going to jail that night. I'd be going to jail that motherfucking night. I would be damned if a motherfucker, and my wife. Hold on, real quick. Let me just, and my wife. Why I didn't even exclude you, baby. I really do apologize.
I didn't take it personal.
But I would be damned. Again, like I said on radio with Shannar, Plus Size Talk. By the way, watch that if y'all haven't. I said that on there. I'd be. When it comes to her, I don't fucking play. I don't play at all. Even the slightest bit of disrespect that I even believe that I sniff out. My brother right here jokes all the time. And if even at all, I feel like she may have been hurt or some shit like that, or even a little bit of her ego may have been like touched a little bit. I'm on his motherfucking head. And this is blood. So imagine what the fuck I do to a random nigga in the streets.
What? No, I'm just playing.
Like, what? Like, and again, like I said, y'all two can agree with me. You got sisters, you got a mom, you got sisters, you got a mom. You get what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure neither one of y'all would ever let any bit of disrespect come towards that. It's game time automatically, right? So if you're a man in 2020, I believe you should have that same mentality.
For all women in your life.
Because that's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's.
That's how it goes.
And eventually will be somebody's mom. Probably a sister, a grandma, like we all deserve the same respect. Like, and I know that there's some trash ass females out here because there really are, but still, like
the trash is equal, bro. Like everybody's trash name.
You got still no respect.
Exactly.
Yeah, still gotta have respect. You gotta still have respect.
We are, but the same token. Our black men deserve that same respect too, and it's coming from me because I know that with my mouth I be like, woo, I be on that with my husband, like,
y'all,
I be there, like, you want to go there?
I'll walk in and be like,
go there.
Come on.
You want to get loud? I can get loud too, So
White man. All right, bro. I'll holler at you. I'm gonna go to the car.
Wait a minute!
All right, bro. And I'll look at his face. He'll be like, I'm like, bro. All right, I got you. I'm just going to go out of the car. Text me when y'all doing. I'll come in. All right, podcast. Let's go, damn it.
Right. I mean, I really be. I struggle. But
that's what makes a relationship stronger.
By the way, this is 50 minutes, just 2 seconds.
Our black men and our men, period, deserve that respect too. Because there's some trash ass daddies out here. It's some, some ladies out here with daddy issues and shit. So sometimes we don't necessarily even mean to be on that. But I mean that also is from trauma.
Shout out to the single father.
How you grow up and how you were raised and stuff like that. Trauma and stuff can be passed on too.
It can.
So what we're gonna do on this Drunkcast?
I'm not a single father.
What we're gonna do because he's definitely not. What we're gonna do on this Drunkcast to end this segment, we're gonna take a shot to betterment of
to being better.
To be better in 2020. The betterment of the black man in 2020 because we need to step it up. We need to show these black women.
It's going to start somewhere, bro.
We need to show these black women that we care.
Yep.
That we care.
And when JB came in, y'all, that makes a fucking difference.
And look, I'm waiting to the day that I become a daddy.
Please,
please don't let me have a girl first. Oh, bro,
y'all gonna have triplets.
And bro, if me and Shanice's first child is a girl, watch how my whole world turns. Watch how my whole world turns upside down when I
It's
say
gonna be like Quagmire off a Family Guy
When
when they had a daughter.
literally. Like, well, fuck that. No, because I'm not as bad as Quagmire. Hold the fuck up. Wait.
You were like Quagmire.
But wait,
wearing
like,
tuxedos and shit.
like, just, like, I'm just, when it comes to my sister and my mom and my wife, like, when it comes to all the females in my family, I'm like a pit bull. I call myself a pit bull because literally, like, in order to get to them.
Looks like what?
Your mama. I'm sorry.
What did we just talk about? See, and nobody toasted. So
nobody toasted.
That's
so
good
it's
because
good.
we was talking about
getting
being
better, being better. I'm sorry. That was I went 6th grade there. I went 5th grade there.
BAM!
You go low, I go even lower. Like,
But no, like when it comes to them, I'm like a pit bull. Like again, actually, it's like I am literally like a pit bull. Like to get to them, you have to get through me, and getting through me is not an easy task at all. But that's how I generally am with people that I care about. Like
he's
somebody that you love.
He's very territorial.
People that you love, you're gonna go to war with motherfuckers.
I'm very territorial
about all of us.
About all of my friends. Like in order to get to them, you got you have to pass through me.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But again, shout out to being better in 2020 and being in the betterment of the black man.
Yep.
And black women. Let's not leave them out. Just being better.
Being better in 2020. But this is the Wei'S World Drunkcast. We've done basically almost an hour on just 2 segments, and we still got 2 to go. So please stick with us. Thank you all so much. And we'll be right back here on the Wei'S World Drunkcast.
Wow, put that back in your...
Wait, shut up. How's everybody doing? It's your boy Way, host of the Wei'S World Podcast.
And your girl Shanny the Shooter, co-host of the Wei'S World Podcast.
You can catch the Wei'S World Podcast every Monday through Wednesday by at least 3 p.m. on one of those days on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere that you get your local podcasts, and now...
YouTube. Yeah.
We want to say thank you all for listening to the Wei'S World Podcast and stay tuned for much more because officially every episode from season 2 of the Wei'S World Podcast and every episode of season 2 of the Wei'S World Drunkcast will now be on YouTube. So once again, thank you all so much for listening and stay tuned. So what we're going to do here, but not for the first time, but we didn't get a chance to go we didn't get a chance to kind of transition into the ad break. So what we're going to do here is we're going to transition into the ad break. This is strictly for the audio listeners. This isn't for the YouTube listeners. Y'all just going to get the ad break, but
he will hold me fast.
Strictly for the Apple Podcast listeners, the Google Podcast listeners, and the Spotify listeners. We're going to hear a word from our sponsor, the Anchor app. So sit back, relax. Hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be back with you on the Wei'S World Podcast. The Wei'S World Podcast.
And the time before.
I actually think I have the segment in here with the ad break, but this is the first time that you...
In the night has come. You motherfucker. And the land is dark. And the moon is the only that we'll see.
Yes! And darling, stand.
And I won't be afraid. No, I won't
be afraid.
This is long as you stand by me.
And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Hey, I want you to get out of that.
There's a Stand By Me, like, it's really fast, and I like it. It's a little, like, DJ.
We can't play it.
I know, I'm not going to.
Thank you, YouTube, for your fucking copyrights. The next thing that we're going to talk about, though, is be careful who the fuck you have a baby by.
I choked on that segment, bro. That was terrible.
But it's okay.
And it kind of brings us well, I know I was gone for a little bit of that last segment. But it kind of brings us full circle and to connect what we was talking.
Well, we getting spicy on this episode. We getting spicy
and all that kind of stuff. Like it kind of brings it full circle. Like, we were having a conversation off the air, and early before the podcast even started, and I was basically just talking about a friend of mine, like some stuff that, you know, they were going through, and it had me thinking, like, see, that's why you gotta be careful, like, who you have a baby with, because at the end of the day, like, you don't, like, you may not know, or you don't know, like, what the situation is gonna be after you've brought a child into this world. And it's just kind of like, I'd be looking at or hearing about so many situations, and I'm like, dang, you know, like, y'all was in a whole relationship.
I'm sorry, just missed out what you just did.
Y'all was in a whole relationship. I'm gonna burn him. What is he doing? Like, okay, but seriously, you just gotta be careful. Like, that's why I really am glad that, like, I lost my virginity at Josh.
He's held it this whole time. I love this episode, by the way.
I was 19, and honestly, I thought that I got pregnant. Like, I thought that.
Oh. The pregnancy scare?
Pregnancy scare. Well, lost my virginity, pregnancy scare. I was like, oh, fuck. And we used to condom and everything, but I was just super, like, I was freaking out, and I didn't know that, like, having sex was going to affect my, you know, my cycle. Like, it affected it. So I don't know. I thought that I was pregnant, and it was just all bad. But, you know, just thinking, like, what if?
I've definitely had.
You know, like, there were so many girls in college.
I didn't have pregnancy scares, but I definitely had pregnancy scares during that particular point in time. And the girl that I had those pregnancy scares with, woo! No, Lord, no. Would I ever?
Josh! Stop! Like, could you imagine, like, what wife would essentially
be
like?
Lord,
and you would
no.
be tied to.
I don't think I would even probably be talking to y'all right now.
I wouldn't be talking to y'all right
A
now.
lot of times I tell people have kids, high school, they don't go to college. They might go to like a community college.
Mine happened in college.
There's nothing wrong with community college.
A lot of this happened in college.
There's nothing wrong with a community college, nothing like that. I'm just saying, a lot of people that have these envisions on going to college, and they go get accepted to their institution of their choice that they always want to go to, boom, they're pregnant, then they end up going to community college. Because, you know, that's automatic.
Which, by the way, shout out Ivy Tech, because y'all low-key do be getting people,
Okay.
y'all be getting people degrees. I'm not even going to say
And they had a photography
Motherfuckers, they will take y'all
ISU
Ivy Tech degrees over ISU degrees.
I think it
And
was
they just dropped that
telling
fucking,
me,
Indiana State, no comment how much this dropped, but apparently you can have a D average now to get into the Indiana State University. And like I said, don't quote me on this. I just double check and make sure, you know, but this is what's been going around for people that's graduated from ISU in the past. And they're like, damn, so y'all dropped y'all's grade point average to get people in just for money.
Yeah. Which kind of, well, not
No
even
way.
kind of, which decreases kind of the value
It takes away the value from the
in
actual
the degree.
diploma
Yeah.
that you actually have with a degree you have.
So,
That's crazy. But I mean, still, it's just, you just got, I think that that's, now, sometimes that's just what God has in store for you. So I understand that. But I still feel like it doesn't hurt to be cautious. Like some of these women that I even hearing so many stories, friends, I've been hearing all these stories about, like, you know, since she was showing you signs before you got pregnant. You know, like,
in a lot of cases, the guy will show you signs of what he's gonna be like as a father before you get knocked up, and the woman's gonna show you what she's gonna be like as a mother, or like towards you after she gets pregnant, or like when y'all are officially whatever y'all gonna end up being.
mm-hmm.
Like,
unfortunately, a lot of, I'm sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I would just say, like, people show you signs of what they gonna be. People can change.
Cool.
people can change, people can definitely improve and grow, but
if they want to.
Right.
But in some cases, people don't want to, and they show you what they gonna be.
Right.
Because they're comfortable.
Right. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. They may not at first, but just give it a little bit of time. You're gonna start to see, and that's where I feel like you have to make that decision. Like, I'm seeing these things, you know, should I say something? Should I?
Is it a minor issue or is it a major issue?
Is it going to be a major issue in the end? But even if it is a major issue in the end, if y'all are in turn, or if y'all are if y'all are in game, excuse me, like, you're going to have to deal with that shit. You know, like, if you really love this person, you got to decide, like, okay, is this something that I can really, like, deal with or no? Because there are some things that, like, bottom line, I'm like, okay, no, I can't deal with that.
And it comes to what we was talking about earlier. Y'all, we do what y'all allow us to do.
Facts.
If y'all allow us to be a no good lazy ass nigga and we know y'all gonna take care of us, not a bitch nigga, they'll do that.
Yep.
And knowing, oh yeah, I need a job, I need to take care of my woman, I need to do this and that, but hell, I do it if she gonna do it.
Yeah.
And
But that's the lady, and that's why
the
the mentality of our generation is so fucked up because women have let us do it for so long. Not saying that it's right that y'all let us do it, but at the same time it's a 60-40.
What I would say is this, like, with women that let men do that, like, y'all, I feel like it's a worth thing. I feel like it's an understanding my worth and understanding what I deserve type of thing. Like, I feel like if you
know your worth,
like, if you gonna
you don't need a man.
If you gonna sit up here and again, and exact opposite too, to play devil's advocate, you don't need no woman. Like again, it's been proven that you can be by yourself and do bad all by your motherfucking self.
Right.
The thing is, when it comes to when you have a baby by, you got to understand that it's crazy that I'm starting to realize this. But like, and I realized this like literally right before I had gotten married. That's why, again, another reason why marrying my wife was so important to me, because I felt like it was necessary. But marriage isn't just about love, or like being in a relationship isn't just about love. It's low key somewhat of a business move too. Because in order for y'all to truly be successful, both of y'all got to bring something to the table. When me and Shanice got married, when me and Shanice first got together, we both brought something to the table. We both had jobs. We both had a place to live. At the time, she only had the car, but shit, I was working on the car, and we just ended up using her car like for the long term. But again, we both had something that we brought towards the table. Even in JB's situation with him and his significant other, in order to go into that situation, they both brought something to the table. And when it comes to somebody that you're going to end up having a baby by, you got to make sure that other person is going to bring something to the table. And I'm not just even talking about financially. I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about mentally. They have to bring something to the table to be able to create this whole image and this whole body of one. Because once you get in a relationship and even further into marriage with somebody, y'all become one. Y'all become a single body.
For us. Give up all the eyes for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much.
So you got to make sure that us is whole.
I've seen this, and this is like, I seen a meme that said, well, I don't think it's really a meme, but I just saw, like, I guess a tweet, you could call it. It wasn't really, it was like, you know, the text.
Yeah.
Little text things. But it was like, I'm seeing way too many baby showers and not enough weddings. And I was like, I know a lot of people don't really even consider marriage, you know, have the same perspective of marriage that I do.
I do.
But a clear, you know, but that I was like, dang, like, facts. Like, I'm seeing hella baby showers, you know,
and
like,
not
and not enough, like, and 1 year anniversary, 2 year anniversary, like black love posts, like it's, and then like, or I'm seeing a lot of baby showers and the dude with the girls in the picture at the baby shower, but then here we are maybe like 6 months in, or she's about to pop, and or like now you didn't have the baby, and it's all these like single mom posts, and it's like, oh, my baby daddy is full of shit.
I saw a meme, right, and it was the craziest fucking thing. It was a picture. This girl had pictures of her baby daddy, and her kids. She kept the picture. She kept her in the picture. She kept her baby daddy in the picture. But, I mean, not baby daddy. She kept her in the picture. She kept her kids in the picture. But she photoshopped
herself,
her face over her babby, over her babby daddy, over her
babby daddy,
her babby daddy, over her
babby daddy,
over her baby daddy's face, like in every single picture. And instead of it being the I think it was like 3 or 4 of them, but instead of it being them, it was her and them.
I think I seen that too.
Wild.
Y'all, that goes back to the whole us thing. Like I was talking about earlier about it's us. Just imagine, like I said, that's 4. When you cut a pie up, and it's 4 pieces. Like I said, call it corny, call it how you want it, whatever.
I'm gonna cut me a pie.
You got a pie.
And what did they be about?
I'm gonna
4 pieces. You can still be together, but still be separated at the same time, mentally and physically. So I'll take this how y'all want it. There's a pie. Before you cut that pie, it's whole, right?
Because I baked it. Bake me a pie. I'm gonna bake me a pie.
Before you cut it, it's whole.
Right.
But when you do cut it, a lot of people cut it in 4s.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you individualize things.
Mm-hmm.
You're still together, but now this is my part, that's your part, this is my part, this is their part. Once you start segregating certain things, that's when shit becomes a problem.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we together, but this part, no. We're together before this became that portion, this became that portion. We need to focus on the togetherness of the aspect.
When the pie comes out the oven, when you're married, when that pie comes out the oven, that motherfucker stay whole. That motherfucker stay whole. There ain't no cuts.
You just go get 2 forks and y'all enjoy the pie together.
Exactly.
Like I said, call it corny or whatever.
It wasn't corny.
But you gotta think about it that way. You can still be together and be separated. And that's where that analogy comes from. Like this table. There's a line dividing this table. Before they made this table, whoever manufacturer would make this table, whatever, it was one piece.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remember how important it is to stay that one piece. And that's what we lack and forget sometimes as humans. Because eventually, sometimes we get selfish as an individual. So as long as we remember what it took before this line got here to make us divided, that's the most important part. And we forget that.
Oh, amen.
I just think, look, moral of the story is be careful.
Get your shit together.
Be careful
who you
are out here having kids by. Dudes and females, be careful. Sex is so serious.
It is.
First
if you can't
of all,
see yourself having a child with that person and having a conversation with this person, even if you're not together with this
wrap
person,
it up.
Wrap it up.
Come on.
Wrap it up regardless.
Matter of fact,
but if you can't have a conversation with the person that you're about to fuck, because that's what it is at that point. It's a fuck.
Which is fine.
It's cool. But at the same time, if I can't talk to you, then how am I going to talk to you about our child?
Facts. Ooh.
How am I going to talk to you about something that is very important? Not, so we're going to link up tonight? Nah. So who gets JB this weekend? Who gets Juwan this weekend? Who gets Billy this weekend? Whatever. If we can't talk like that without having to involve a court, have a court system, I'm paying you this money and you paying me this money, and we're still seeing the same child that we helped create, I can't fuck you. Look, but people don't think about that because they think with the wrong head and not the head that's on their shoulders.
Sex is cool.
I ain't trying to take it all in there.
You should be able to do,
you gonna leave me?
You have the freedom to do whoever you want to do. Just be smart about that shit, because
the sex ain't just simply a sticking something to something else. It gets.
Be smart.
You might go masturbate in the motherfucking corner.
It can be deep. It gets deep, but
like, seriously, because it nowadays motherfuckers is fucking. They got 9 baby mamas, and you not taking care of shit. You ain't doing nothing.
You're not doing nothing.
And then we so quick to blame. Oh yeah, my baby mama ain't shit. My baby daddy ain't shit. What's the truth? Because you got your side, and there's 3 sides of every story. You got the
What's the truth?
You got her side, you got his side, but right in that middle, somebody's lying. We don't know who's lying. The only person that knows who's lying is y'all.
Yep. That whole shit is toxic, and I don't want no parts of it. But just be careful.
Careful.
Because you can literally bring a child into this world and then it is a possibility that you may not be with that person, which is fine. But you know, like, you don't have to. Then you have to get into what happens when we have like single mothers.
And that's a whole different.
That's a whole nother topic, and all this toxic shit they be putting on some single mothers. Be putting on their kids like you just like your damn daddy, and I can't stand his ass, and I can't, you know, like.
Yeah, motherfuckers, please stop saying you look like your damn daddy. You look like you. I was like, he was moving it. He was fucking moving it. Why you fucking talking about me? You didn't see his ass moving that fucking ass. I was like this, and then he moved this way. I was like,
you were supposed to be looking.
I was looking at the camera but
he was
please
pat. Morse code. Pat. Oh, yeah.
Long story short, please stop. When it comes to the kids, please stop putting your relationship on the kids, and please
stay low.
And please make sure you, once again, to wrap this whole segment up, be careful who you have a child by, because it may.
The kid didn't ask to be here in that toxic ass bullshit that y'all got, this back and forth y'all got going on.
They didn't.
They didn't ask for that. They don't deserve that, and it could have all been avoided if you would have just been smart about it from get-go.
Don't be silly.
Be careful.
Wrap your willy. But this is us, the Drunkcast crew on the Wei'S World Drunkcast. We'll be right back with you with our final segment, One Gotta Go.
Stay low. Niggas creeping. They gon' find you or catch you sleeping. Ooh, stay low.
Woke.
Stay low.
Stay woke.
I'm saying my own shit.
Okay. Well, Childish Gambino, shout out to you.
Yes.
Shout out to Childish Gambino.
Hey, boo.
Once again, we'll be right back here on the Wei'S World Podcast.
Just one
Go
time.
ahead.
I'm trying to. Alright, so look, y'all, check this out. Check it in real quick one time for the one time.
With team.
This was JNASTY. You know, everybody know who it is, saying, speaking, whatever. But anyway, so I'm trying to throw this, well, fuck it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm trying to throw this little bash. This old King Street bash. So now everybody went to ISU from
2013
to 2014. It was a semester. Which
4
felt like
months.
4 years.
4 months.
Everybody that knows of Kent, that went to a Kent party, know the Kent boys who fucked with us,
Kent
who
boys?
was rocking with us. It was Kent boys, and who actually affiliated themselves with Kent boys that was actually family. So I'm gonna hit up some of my original youngsters. Shout out to Ray Rodash.
Ray Rodan, that's a
Ray.
throwback. That's a throwback.
We're going to get together. I'm trying to get together
That's a
old
throwback
Kent party.
Instagram name.
And when I say an old Kent party, everybody that went to Kent knows what type of Kent party I'm talking about. So give me some time, goddammit, and I'm gonna give them some my own homeboys, and we're gonna try to make this happen because y'all, we had some memories on Kent.
Memories.
And I know this is off topic, but I had to put this out there because whoever chimes in, I want y'all to try to dig and be like, hey, so what was the Kent parties about? Or just ask somebody that might, if you following us, or if you go through comments, look and see who comments, see what they say, and ask them questions. So what y'all you doing, Kent?
And trust me,
and you might get a chuckle at the beginning of that statement before they answer that question.
You
might get a little
because Kent was an experience. Man. When I say an experience,
a fucking experience, y'all.
I don't think there would ever be anything else that's
no.
I don't think there ever be everything.
Y'all.
Like Kent, like for y'all on YouTube, like I think this is my first time. I think this is the second time breaking up Kent, because the first time was the season debut of the Wei'S World Podcast. For those of y'all on YouTube, y'all here on the Wei'S World Podcast on all the other platforms, y'all have heard me speak on this multiple times. Kent was a 4-month experience that felt like years. It started in August and it ended like the beginning of December, end of November. It was the greatest time ever When I say,
what a time to be alive.
When I say motherfuckers literally partied from Sunday to Monday, from Monday to Sunday for months.
Yo, from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like literally y'all.
We gonna rest this Tuesday.
Like, yeah. And
we need a minute.
No matter if it was a movie night or a motherfucker, we're gonna take shots night, game night, or
truth or dare.
All those nights would turn into like
all the nights
drinking.
Motherfuckers got caught. Next thing you know, it'd be 40 fucking people at the house.
Exactly.
Just
I don't know how
having fucking fun. Like, you know,
where did y'all come from?
It may be a fight every once in a while,
but
it'll literally be y'all like us
okay.
just acting a fucking fool. Like it was just
everybody was comfortable.
It was a house where it was a house where nobody was judged.
It wasn't no judgment.
It was everybody, you know, gay, straight, lesbian, like whatever. Everybody was at that house because
shots, popular. It didn't
fun.
matter.
It
You was squad.
no bullshit. It was, and everybody had each other's back. No matter, we might be feuding in that house, but outside the house,
you on them shit.
You catching these hands like
boy.
So I'm gonna get some shit together. We gonna throw an old Kent party, and like I said, for everybody that's viewing in, if you went out here shoot and you know
direct it to YouTube. Tell these people. Talk to these people.
SHANNY the SHOOTA. Y'all know them. Y'all know me. If y'all know me, y'all know them. So if y'all get in the comments and read, I'm pretty sure somebody gonna say something about it. Y'all, I'm gonna get this shit together because we gotta make this shit happen. We can do it at least once a year.
As a matter
if
of
not
fact,
once a year, twice a year, to where we can do it at the beginning of the year, end of the year, and just keep it going to where, like, y'all, we met so many people, great people that are doing their own thing, but just personalities and vibes. That house, there was no title in the house. It was literally, come as you are. Have fun, turn up, drink, whatever.
Yup.
And that's how it was, and I want to continue that at least once a year.
We got to, because again, the experience of it all.
And couldn't nobody out drink me either.
No.
It's fine. Nobody was really trying to.
People tried.
I did a couple of times, and I failed. But I failed quite a few times. But you know what? It's fine. But this segment here, y'all, is our one gotta go. It's time for the game. We done gave y'all some heavy topics. We done talked about some shit. One gotta go. One gotta go. One gotta go. One gotta go. Hey. One gotta go. 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 Hey, one gotta go. One gotta go. One gotta go. ONEGOTTA.
Hashtag
just means one gotta go.
Hashtagging.
One gotta go.
One gotta go. One gotta go. One gotta go.
Gotta go.
Gotta
Hey,
go.
cut.
Gotta go.
Now,
He said cut, my fault.
with our one gotta go, this time is food.
I meant to be.
It's food that you would have. It's food you would have when you are eating soul food. Like food you would have in soul food dishes.
Give me
You worded that.
Give me a whole. Yeah, you worded that. All
one gotta go soul
food edition. One gotta go soul food edition. Can you please start putting text in the videos? Soul food edition.
Soul food.
Exclamation point.
Ready.
Actually, I just learned how to, so I got you. I got you.
Okay. Soul food edition. One gotta go.
Da-da-da. So, the 4 options are mac and cheese, sweet potato pie, fried fish, and cornbread. Out of these 4, one can never ever exist again.
Never ever.
Ever. So I'm gonna jump it
That's how
off.
Tiger's blunt is rolled.
Ever. Like.
Ooh.
E40 please. Ooh.
I'm like,
I ain't got dreads, but I'm planning on growing some. Ooh.
that's how hard I have to like shake, like.
So So my first one off of the board is that can go.
Brace yourself for how hard I have.
This is a hard one. So the first one off the board that can go is cornbread.
They can go.
Ow, I fucking burned myself because you said fucking.
Add a mac and cheese, sweet potato pie, fried fish, and cornbread.
Sweet potato pie can go.
What the fuck? You just ruined the game.
I'm not a huge fan.
Why the fuck are you still talking? You just ruined the whole game. He's lying. He's trying to make up for it
I actually
now.
do like sweet potato pie, but it has to be a certain way.
Did he just?
No.
He did.
He didn't.
Woo-wee!
My first one off the board is cornbread. I enjoy cornbread. Cornbread is very good. I enjoy cornbread more on the sweeter side. But I definitely do.
Rather than the hot water side?
Yeah.
Woo! Cause some hot water cornbread.
With some cabbage and some smoked sausage?
Cabbage
I
and sausage.
don't like cabbage. I hate cabbage.
I'm gonna set you on.
He actually does.
I hate cabbage. Cabbage is disgusting to me.
What?
But yeah,
But you eat a hot dog.
Yeah.
But wait.
That's worse.
Cornbread, first one off the
You
board.
think hot dogs are disgusting? Or
No,
you
no,
say
no,
that
no.
because
Right.
because you get sausage and cabbage?
When you get sausage and you get hot dog with a whole bunch of shit thrown together. Sausages.
But no, he didn't say he didn't like sausages. He said he didn't like cabbage.
No, he said he don't like sausage.
No, it's not I don't like
You don't
cabbage.
like cabbage.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Yes, true. I eat. What did he say? Yes, true. I eat my. Damn
What?
it.
I'm a bad bitch.
You said Jesus Christ had
I'm a
milk
vet.
shaker.
I like to eat my
I don't have
my
milk, but I
rice and
plan on
cabbage.
growing
I
some.
thought he said yes, true. I eat my
Imagine
rice
that
and
he keeps
cabbage.
going down.
I ain't got dreads, but I plan on growing.
I'll have dreads, but I plan on growing some.
Ooh.
Imagine that he was going down. Ooh, two with the gal.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna-
you, ma'am, what's your first one off the
He was in a
board?
video like this.
Wobbling.
Glasses right here.
Wobble 40, wobble
Y'all,
40,
his
wobble
glasses
40,
were
wobble.
literally on the edge of his fucking nose.
Y'all gonna hate me because I'm actually
Your first one off the board.
is sweet potato pie.
So that's the one you keeping?
That's the wait. What do we do?
Oh, one gotta go. Oh shit, I fucked up the game actually.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I'm like, wait.
I
That's
fucked up
what
the
I
game.
did.
I fucked up the game actually.
Yo, what's the point of people doing this?
You. I used to do it all the time.
Older people, I'm sorry. What's the point of y'all
Get
doing
close
this?
to the camera so you can see.
Older people, what's the point of y'all doing this?
Ew.
Yeah, and then y'all push it up right here. Y'all don't go nowhere else. Y'all go, and they slip down. Y'all let them slip. Y'all let them motherfuckers slip all the way right here, and push them up right here, and push them right here. Yeah, what's the point? What do y'all? Can y'all see without them? Take them off. Shit, I hate that.
So I fucked up the
All
game.
old people, motherfucker. Yep. Shit.
By the way, I fucked up the game.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Jones, one of the donors at the Bible Center. He get pissed off. He can't donate. Well, shit, let me go ahead.
I mean, just my glasses.
We got that, but Josh, shit, you told me the other day, shit, what? Was that it? I'm not sure.
You pull them down.
Guess what? That was my point, dude. Make sure what? Nigga, take them off. And look, if you don't need them, I guess that's the resting point. I don't know. I don't know. But all old people do that. Stop it.
Back to the game. So I fucked up. So this is what we're gonna do. Instead of us telling you, we obviously can tell you which ones we're we can obviously tell you. We can obviously tell you which ones we're taking away automatically. Because I fucked up the game. So the one that can automatically go for me is cornbread. I love me some fried fish. I love me some mac and cheese, especially when it's made perfectly. And I love me some sweet potato pie. I can have one to myself and never share a piece. And that's just how I roll. Cornbread, I love it.
You flip.
And you did.
I roll.
You did.
I roll.
You have it.
And I click.
Cornbread is necessary in some meals, not in all meals. Here he goes again. Come up some because they can't see your face.
I was gonna creep up like.
Were you, JB? You weren't.
That's what I was gonna do, bitch. When you fucked up the first time.
But yeah, cornbread can go. Unless it's on the sweeter side, then. But most people don't make sweet cornbread like that. They mainly make
How sweet do you want the cornbread?
like cake sweet. Like not
That's not
It's
cornbread.
not cornbread.
Not-
You want some cake, apparently.
not cake sweet, but like
Yeah, you said
but like sweet though. I like sweet cornbread. Like throw a little sugar in there to sweeten up the cornbread.
a little sweet. Did y'all know that fucking the little sweets
Sweet
on Dr. Pepper
From
commercial?
Dr.
Man,
That's Justin Guarini
from Justin.
from American Idol, from Justin to Kelly. That's that
the
dude.
foot part that doesn't even look like him.
It does. Now that somebody told me that was
little
him.
bit.
Now I'm like, oh shit, that is him.
Taste Dr. Pepper.
But I always thought that was a white man.
Ain't he white?
He's not sweet. He's biracial. I think.
That was the fridge knocker.
So, biracial, but what?
I'm pretty sure
I
he's
think it's
black and white.
Scoot up some. You're out of focus.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
I think. Let's see. Hey Siri,
They painted this nigga's hair.
what
maroon.
race is Justin Guarini?
We're doing this live. Wow.
Okay, I found this on the web for what race is Justin Guarini.
Guarini.
German, black and white.
Well, he's from Columbus, Georgia. I didn't know that. Okay, hold on. Perry, platypus. Come on, just show me his parents. It told me about them.
You like a dying T-Rex.
But what he was really saying is stop fucking being a dinosaur and get a debt. Like, remember on Step Brothers? So he was trying to he spent the whole movie trying to make Dale and Brennan not be Dale and Brennan. So then when they
Really, what my dad was saying was stop being a fucking
right. So then he had to like go against that and get them together to save the Catalina wine mixer. So he's like, my dad, I used to want to like be a dinosaur when I was a kid and blase, and I used to get my arms up real high and I used to walk around like a fucking dinosaur. And he was like, until one day my dad was like, you gotta put childish things to the side. But what he really fucking said, or he was like, well, what he really said was stop fucking being a dinosaur and
get a real job.
Get a real job.
Yeah, just to say, at the end of that movie, he killed that drum solo.
He did.
Just saying.
Rock the fuck out of those drums, Dale.
Like, snapped.
Really quick.
And it was really him, by the way, too. Just like
We have low percentage on the iPad.
I'm trying to find his.
So what we have to do here is wrap up this. No. We have to wrap up the segment really quick. Go into the outro. We can say that for the outro. So what is
African American and Italian?
That's his race. Cool.
Oh.
So what's your one gotta go?
Sweet potato pie.
Quick reason.
Because I don't really care for sweet potato pie. When it comes to desserts, I'm like cake. I like it, but I'm even better. Even better is cheesecake. Like I'm a big cheesecake.
Which is a
person.
pie.
Oh.
I can tell you it's a pie.
I keep forgetting. But it's called cheesecake, so
It's a pie though.
okay. But sweet potato pie, because I just don't really care for it. Like patty pies, I've tasted it, it's cool, but I just
patty pies isn't the term.
I'm not really just a fan. I'm not
patty
a fan.
pies is not the line for sweet potato pies, but we understand. Your turn. What's your one gotta go? Quick reason.
Potato pie. Because when it's like Thanksgiving holidays, I'm really not about sweets. I'm more about the
food.
who got the best macaroni and cheese, who got
Right.
the best bacon.
That's down here the
who got
next
the best-
thing that can
like-
go if it ain't cooked right.
Like
If it ain't
if
cooked
it's
right.
like if it's Thanksgiving, fuck the sweets. Okay, I can make them and then some.
I may not even get it.
Who
if
put
I'm
their
cooked.
foot in this macaroni and cheese?
Well,
Goddamn,
they-
I want to
come
see.
on.
Like, for real.
Or who glazed the fuck out of this ham?
Like who? It's
Who?
4 hams. Okay.
Who did it?
I'm low. Ham.
Who made this? Who made these
told
rolls? Who made the
Who broke
rolls?
the finger first?
Who made the
It's
rolls?
3 hams?
These rolls are
Okay.
light.
Yes,
These
macaroni and
rolls.
cheese
These
is
rolls are
plain.
fluffy.
These deviled eggs are
Oh
fire.
my god, they're so good. Like
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Fuck all the sweets, like I said.
the food gotta be on point.
But
Because without the food, like there's no
food,
Thanksgiving.
Not the sweets, the food.
By the way, really quick, shout out Kev on stage. Look up, if y'all have not seen it, look up him talking about his worst Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
when I say that is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Somebody brought chicken tetrazzini. It was a lot of what? Chicken tetrazzini. A fucking rice pasta, some fucking shit.
Hamburger helper thing?
I don't fucking know.
That's a hamburger helper like the
somebody brought chicken tetrazzini to his fucking Thanksgiving. There was a lot going on that fucking day. But if you
had mixed the yams together,
if you had the bad yams with the bad yams with the good yams.
Okay, so you do like yams with marshmallows on them.
We don't cook it like that,
but you like it.
But I do like it though. It's not
I
bad.
cook it like that.
I don't cook it like that.
I was told that's the white version.
But my godmother, her sisters, they all use marshmallows on top of the yams.
I love it.
All right, love y'all. We love doing the Drunkcast. Again, the percentage on the iPad is
getting low.
So we
real low.
So we do have to wrap this up. This has been the Wei'S World Drunkcast. Honestly, if I can just say this really quick, and I'll explain more in the outro, but this has been my favorite episode so far. This is definitely my favorite episode so far. But we'll be right back with you on the Wei'S World Drunkcast. Here we are with this motherfucking outro. Like I said in the previous segment, this has been my favorite episode of the Wei'S World podcast because of these two, because of what we've been able to talk about, because of the topics we've been able to cover. Just to go over what we've been able to cover so far is a man kidnapped his woman. It forced her to watch Roots. So we talked about racism in America. We talked about the black man's mentality. We also talked about who you're having a baby by. Like, make sure you watch out for that. And then we gave you all our One Gotta Go. We played our game of the week, which is One Gotta Go. Any final thoughts on what we talked about today before we give our tags and our go ahead and go home?
I don't have really any final thoughts, but we didn't get to talk about some TV stuff.
So really quick, a couple of your Hulu, Netflix picks. Just give out the names if you could.
Sex Education on Netflix.
Said that last time.
Oh.
Is that with Kevin Hart?
No, you said that last time.
Oh.
You said that. You said The Magicians.
Oh.
You gave.
What's Sex Education?
So really quick, it's about a boy whose mom is a sex therapist or like a therapist, and he basically takes that information
and does it at
his high school. Him and his friend go to his high school.
Out of it.
Yep,
he's not licensed to do that though.
No, he's in high school. He's 16.
That's
my God,
that's the whole premise.
Wow, so.
It's a good show.
It's really good.
We'll show you a few clips. 2%.
Sabrina.
What you talk?
I finally watched A Fall from Grace, and I did not think that it was that trash.
It was okay. It was okay. I saw clips. It was okay. It was okay from the clips.
I didn't know you were awake. Oh, sorry, my nose was itching. It was right here.
2%.
Okay, wasn't that trash? So you should check it out. Fall from Grace, Tyler Perry film on Netflix. On My Block is coming March 11th, season 3. So stay tuned for that. The trailer for Stranger Things is out, season 4. Hopper is fucking alive. So
wow, spoiler alert. Well, they was even
the trailer is. The trailer when you go, he's the.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So let's get to these tags and let's get to this outro before this shit fucking cuts off.
Okay.
So I have been one of your hosts. I am your boy Way. You can find me on IG at how_way_how. You can also find me at Wei'S World 93. You can find me on Facebook at Wei'S World. You can find me on Twitter at Wei'S World 93.
I have been your other person,
Shanny the Shooter.
Shanny, and you can find me on Instagram at Shanny the Shooter, and you can also find me on You can also find my photography page on Facebook at Shanny TH3 Shooter.
It's your boy JNASTY. You can find me on IG, Mr_T_up. Big Deuce on Snapchat. Shit. JB on Facebook.
And you can find the Wei'S World Drunkcast along with the Wei'S World Podcast and Talking Sports with Way and Crony on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere else that you get your local podcast. And you can find every episode on YouTube. This has been the Wei'S World Drunkcast, episode 3. Episode Trey. Thank you all so much for watching. You all have yourself a good day.
All right.